What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about MicroStrategy today. Hit that like button, you guys. Subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and let's get into it, my friends. Here we are. Here we are at about $255 right now. Ending the week, right? Ended the week right at that price, and Bitcoin was down quite a lot, if we remember. But I think a lot of you are probably aware by this point in time that we are not down anymore. In fact, Bitcoin ended its week a whole hell of a lot higher than where it where MicroStrategy closed. At any rate, we've pulled back a little bit from there. We're at about $92,600 now. Where did MicroStrategy where did Bitcoin close on that day? Let me see here. Hold on. I want to get this price right so that we can have somewhat of an understanding. So Friday, 5 o'clock my time is at the zero, right? Zero, so that's 5 o'clock. 4 hours before that would be 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, the stock market is still open, so it would have been during this candle. Okay, cool. So somewhere in this time frame, that's when MicroStrategy closed. Okay, so from here, somewhere in that area, we'll just take it in the middle to its current price now. Bitcoin's moved up 10%. Okay, about 9.7%. Now, by the open tomorrow, will it be lower? Maybe. It might be. Maybe it comes all the way back down to 89,000, something like that, or even lower. Maybe it only goes, maybe it goes all the way down to 87K. I don't know. Somewhere around this area is possible. Maybe it goes higher. But if it were to go lower, let's be conservative. At the least, I would expect MicroStrategy would open 6% to the upside, and likely more. I would think that it does close higher because it closed 6% to the upside to end Friday, and Bitcoin was actually red or more neutral on Friday, right? So it did outperform Bitcoin on Friday. I would think if Bitcoin moves up 6%, we might see MicroStrategy move up even more. Okay, that could imply that just to start the week off, you'll see prices rip from a current price of about 255 up to about 280, maybe 275, something like that. You're going to jump up about $20, man. You'll probably see a 10% pump, if not more, right? If not more. And I wouldn't be surprised if you saw more than that at all. If we look at the last time, let's just see over here when you really started getting things going. Yeah, you had a nice wick up there. Nothing too crazy. I mean, here, that was like end of stuff. Maybe not. That's cool. Whatever. I was trying to see if we were going to get a solid gap up. And just because you didn't have a solid gap up here to initiate your move doesn't mean you can't have one now. But seeing something that is at about a 10% move up or 15% move is what I would expect to open and close the day with tomorrow, right? Something around, not above 300, but around like 290 to 280. Somewhere in that range is where I think you're going to go. You're at 255 now, right? And that's just to start the week off. By the end of the week, I would assume that you're breaking out of this downtrend, right? You're not going to be at new all-time highs. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying you'll probably be breaking out of this downtrend by the end of next week. You'll be at prices that are anywhere from about $350 to potentially $400, and then going into the weeks that follow, if not more, right? If anything, I'm just not bullish enough, and then it goes up faster, and that's cool too. But I would expect you probably do find resistance around 400, probably around 400 to 350, somewhere in that range, right? By the end of this coming week, which would end, when would that end here? Just was Thursday, Friday. That would end on the 9th. No, it's the 7th of March, my bad. And then, yes, we're fully on our way to new all-time highs. Somebody was asking in the comments if we're on our way to new all-time highs. Yes, my friend, we are on our way to new all-time highs right now. Yes, I think so. That's what this means. Yeah. When your underlying asset, when you're essentially a Bitcoin bank and your underlying asset is up 10% over the weekend and it probably continues to grow over the week, yeah, you're going to move up a lot. I think you're going to move up a lot for sure. From a high to a low, we'll be breaking out of this, right? Breaking out of this zone, moving onwards to targets by the end of March that are likely anywhere from 500 to 543, if not maybe even above 600 to $700 there. I don't think that we get above $772 by the end of March, though we could. It depends on Bitcoin. It depends on how fast Bitcoin moves. Hold on. But I am anticipating, my goodness, man, hold on. I am expecting that we will see targets above this level here. Okay, you get above the golden ratio, that's $918. If you get above there, the next stopping point is $1,153 to $1,600. What I love about it right now, you guys, is that all the haters, all the trolls, all the mockers from all of this time frame here where I was calling for $1,000, what I'm gonna love about the coming weeks is that I just won't see you anymore. And maybe, you know, now that I'm thinking about it, it's kind of actually sad. It's actually kind of sad. I'm gonna miss you guys. You know, all the shitheads in the comments. I'm gonna miss you guys because your interactions are funny at the very least, right? But that's how it is. People like that, they're the loudest at the lows. They're the loudest when you're being boring. And then once you do the move anyways, right? They're nowhere to be found, right? They're all talking smack until you actually do the thing, and then they're like, he was right. I was talking smack for no reason. I'm gonna go hide in my cave now. That's what trolls do. They hide in caves. But likely when you break above $918, you will see a price target of around $1,150 to $1,270. If not, I fully accept that $1,600. Yes, you heard me correctly. $1,600. Your 2272 could be where you stop inevitably. If not sometime in April, maybe like late April is what I would think, but probably sometime in April. I would think mid-April to early April is when we're going to top off, so somewhere in that kind of time frame, but that's so far away right now. Who knows? You know, we'll see as we get closer. If we're looking at this thing on a daily aspect, looking on the RSI, you are in a very immense downtrend. With tomorrow's move, with Monday's move to open up the week, I would expect that you break out of this downtrend. If not tomorrow alone, just the rest of the week, you would break out of the downtrend, and that'll get you set up for bigger and more powerful moves over the coming weeks throughout the rest of March. If we look at this 3 hour time frame here, also in a downtrend, but looking to build out of it. Yes, you have bullish divergence, looking to build out of it. It looks good. I want to look at the weekly time frame here. Kind of just like Bitcoin, right? Like you're stopping in a rather obscure area, but on the fibs, I think it makes more sense from a low to a high. Yeah, you tip the 0.5. Oftentimes, you don't find significance at the 0.5, but a lot of cryptos have been finding significance at their 0.5 recently, so MicroStrategy can probably get included in that. For whatever reason, the algorithms, the market makers, they're trading off of these 0.5 areas, these significant 0.5 areas, for whatever reason. I often say you don't find significance on the 0.5 often, but when you do, you get significant moves. So I do expect next week certainly to engulf this past week. I think that by the end of the week we will be not just above $300, but potentially reaching up toward that $400 area. I think that we'll be going a lot higher, you guys, a lot higher. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm sorry. That might be for 2 weeks away. I'm getting confused here. Yeah, no, my bad, you guys. Something around, I think, 340 to 310. That's where we're going to be by the end of the next week, this coming week. And then $400 and beyond, that's reserved for the next week in March. That's not the coming week, but the following week after this next week. I hope that makes sense. A little wordplay for you there. But inevitably, yes, we will get above these highs. We will get above $400 again and then see those new all-time highs. When we do, it's completely possible that we do stop below $1,000, though I don't think we will. I really do expect that we will land somewhere in that $1,100 to $1,300 area. $1,600 is absolutely a target that should be considered. But I'm not counting on it to happen, at least not by the end of April, maybe later in the cycle. But by that time, MicroStrategy probably has a split, so take that for what you will. Going from your 1618 down to your 1272 is a very common endeavor indeed. This might be the reason why you found support, actually. Going up from here, the next target area would be your 886 to your 200 level, and that's about $994 to $1,300, man. I like that a lot. It's very unlikely that you would go above this level here. Again, you do have, from this relative high to this relative low, you do have targets that agree with targets that are just above there. But from what I would expect off of this very significant fib here, much more significant than this high to low here, I would expect that you probably don't break above $1,300 by the end of this next move. When is the end of this next move? It's probably going to be sometime in April. That's my thoughts. If it happens sooner, cool. Then maybe April's targets are multi-$1,000 targets. I don't know. I would expect only that MicroStrategy could outperform my expectations with this upcoming move rather than underperform, right? We've underperformed enough. Now it's time to shine, and you're finding support in the right areas. If you look at the chart as a whole, it looks like you're finding a nice kind of higher low structure here. It's almost parabolic in nature, like it really does seem. I'm gonna draw this. It's like it's not a straight line. It's like it's slowly curving up. I can't draw curved lines though, man. It's bad. It's something I just have to like be fast with it. It looks curved, right? It's not like a straight line up. Although I just drew a straight line. To be completely fair, that does look like a straight line, doesn't it? I might have just defeated that purpose. Either way, though, whatever, man. Nope, you don't need a parabolic move. Parabolic moves do look better, but that I guess that is a rather straight line. Makes sense. You would find support here and move up. You've got lower lows on your weekly RSI. Right here, lower lows right there, bouncing off the 40. That's definitely what you're going to do next week. Next week's not closing red unless Bitcoin tanks from here, and this is a fake out bull trap move. If that's the case, okay, maybe you're going down. It could happen. It could happen. We still need some confirmation to happen, but I don't think it's going to happen. Let's be very real. We're not safe yet, but it's looking like we are. And the charts and everything about it, man, everything that, I mean, how are we going to go back down now that the United States has a strategic crypto reserve? It doesn't make any sense. So bouncing here, hidden bullish divergence on the weekly RSI, looking good, definitely looking strong. Some of the lowest, it's crazy that that's the lowest readings you've seen all bull cycle, and yet that's the highest low you've had too. That's crazy. I don't think I have anything else that I want to say. Let's finish this video up in a nice summary. We're at 255 now. I suspect that by the end of this coming week, Bitcoin will probably be somewhere between about, maybe it's at about, I think at its highest around 100K. Maybe it gets up to 105K. From here, that'd be a 13.5% growth. Maybe it's only a 6% growth, something like that. It's already up 6% since MicroStrategy closed last week. So something of that magnitude. I would think that MicroStrategy by the end of this week is likely going to be somewhere around $340 to, potentially $400. Yeah, it could go to $400. $340 to $400 by the end of this next week. That's the expectation. At a minimum, I would say 316. At a minimum, 316. At a maximum, 400. Likely you'll be somewhere in between at about 360. That's what I'm calling for. So hit the like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next one. Take it easy.